Hello and welcome to Straight Talk. I'm Aisha Subarkash. In less than a year, the tiny Gulf state of Qatar will host the world's most prestigious sporting event, the FIFA World Cup. It will be a tournament of many firsts, the first World Cup to be held in the Middle East and the first to be played out of season. It will also be the most compact World Cup ever, with many of the stadiums being only a few kilometers away from each other. That has left an unprecedented security and policing challenge to keep athletes, workers, and fans safe. Being a tiny nation of less than 3 million people, most of whom are expats, Qatar wouldn't be able to rely on its own police forces alone to secure the world's most famous tournament. Turkey has offered to help Qatar with policing, with its parliament having passed a proposal to send security personnel to the Games. The move follows years of close defense and security cooperation between Turkey and Qatar. Both have worked closely in Libya and Afghanistan, where they helped stabilize the aftermath of the chaotic US withdrawal. And to discuss this, I'm joined now from Ankara by Murat Yesiltas. He is the Director of Foreign Policy at the SETA Research Institute and a Professor of International Relations at the Social Sciences University of Ankara. And in Dublin, we have Joel Rookwood. He's a Senior Lecturer and Course Leader in Sport Business Management at the University of Central Lancashire. So, gentlemen, welcome to Straight Talk. It's good to have you on the program. Murat, what do you make of Qatar's choice to ask Turkey for help in policing the World Cup? Why didn't they ask any other regional countries to assist it or rely on some private security firms?
I think there are many reasons for Qatar. First of all, there is an harmony between two countries in terms of the regional development. Since the Arab Spring, both countries have same political visions vis-a-vis the Arab uprising. Both countries have actually the same strategic priorities vis-a-vis the different crises from Libya to Yemen. So this is, I think, the first reason. The second reason, I think, the cooperation in security sector and defense sector are in high level right now. Qatar military and police have been trained in Turkey for many years. I think this is a really, really important reason for Qatar. And the final one, I think, is about Turkey's experience regarding the organizing its security forces, its police forces in the context of this kind of sport tournament. So I think these are the main reason for Qatar. Of course, there are other countries in which Qatar is seeking to approach to take their support in this important tournament.
So, Joel, the World Cup in Qatar will be very different from past tournaments. How will policing next year's games will be different from previous events, and what specific and unique security and policing challenges will Qatar face?
Well, Qatar will be the 6th World Cup that I will have been to, and the previous 5 have all been spread over significant geographical regions. And the main difference with Qatar's World Cup is that it will be held in a condensed physical area. So having fans from different parts of the world, even perhaps from rival countries, if you look at who's qualified so far, you've got Germany and England. In Europe, you've also got Serbia and Croatia. You've got the potential for a number of Asian rival nations, if we might call that. And fans attending the event from these countries are going to present a challenge in terms of crowd management, perhaps, securitization as well. So there are some issues that they will face, how they are going to organize groups of fans, not just in matches, but before them and after them, how they're going to keep fans who might be rivals away from each other, how they're going to police the streets as well as the stadiums, how fan parks will play a part.
Yes.
There are a number of questions that are still to be answered. Qatar's had some recent experience with mega events. Turkey is obviously extremely experienced in hosting fans, and also the understanding of the mindset of football fans, which is slightly different to the general sporting demographic, I would say. So I think that relationship makes sense. Qatar has some experience with hosting events, and I think it will do an excellent job because of some of the relationships that it's set
So,
upon in terms of securitization.
yeah, so Murat, what impact would a successful World Cup by Qatar do for regional ties? Already this year, we've seen Qatar reconcile with its Gulf neighbors, and Turkey is mending ties with several Arab countries. Could the success of this tournament be an opening for more cooperation between Turkey and Qatar and with regional countries as well?
Yeah, there is a huge potential in the context of the normalization process between Turkey and Qatar and the other regional countries, which has been, taking place since last year. So I think actually the relationship between Turkey and Qatar is vital, and this tournament will deepening their relations. But in terms of the future of the region, especially the GCC countries, especially the Gulf region, I think this will make a huge impact in the context of the stability in the region, because there is an important geopolitical competitions and divergences between the GCC countries and many countries against Qatar, as we saw during the Qatar blockade in 2017. There was a huge pressure over Qatar, and Turkey, supported Qatar in this crisis, and Qatar could survive since Turkey supported Qatar's, resilience, geopolitical resilience, state resilience against the crisis. So this, I think, is a huge opportunity for the regional countries and also for the international actors' engagement into the region in terms of maintaining stability and security in the region. And this World Cup, I think, symbolizes the importance of the Gulf region for many external actors.
So, Joel, you briefly mentioned being such a global event, the World Cup brings in football fans from all over the world. Can you tell us about the difficulties when it comes to accommodating different cultural backgrounds, social customs, and sensitivities that a country's police force might not be familiar with? So how do you think it's going to play out this time?
Well, I think it will depend on the demographics of the fans who will attend the event. And I think many supporters who choose to travel to Qatar will do so with an understanding that it isn't Europe or South America if they're from those continents. So there will be an expectation that policing will be different. And it's really important that the Qatari authorities communicate that effectively with fans, that they have, in the language of choice, there is a real clear line of communication, that fans understand what they can do, what they can't, where they can drink, where they can't. We had an experiment basically with the World Club Cup in Doha in 2019, which I was at, which had the possibility to consume alcohol within certain spaces, which is an important aspect of the consumption of mega events for European and South American fans. So that is an important issue as well. So I think if there is clear lines of communication, that's really important. And I think the fans expecting a festival will not be disappointed, because one thing that the Qataris know how to do is put on a show. And they've proven that in sporting context. Look at the stadiums that they're developing, and they'll be really keen for this to be a really positive tournament. And a positive tournament for Qatar can only bode well for the entire GCC region.
So do you think Western fans or fans with different social backgrounds and social customs would be happy when advised what to do, what to say, what to drink, and what to wear, and etc.?
I think there's got to be a form of understanding. World Cups are about meeting in the middle. It's about understanding local culture, and it's also about understanding international customs when people travel to your country. And we've seen that the World Cups I've been at have all been really different, but they have demonstrated that connection, and they've generally been pretty successful in doing so. So I think the Qataris will learn from the experiences that they've had previously, and also engaging with event organisers in different contexts as well, particularly those who've hosted World Cups previously. So I do envisage there be, some issues that may materialise, but I'm optimistic about the Qatari capacity in cooperation with Turkish counterparts in order to host a successful event.
Yes, Murat, it's not just in Qatar where Turkey helped train police from Somalia to Afghanistan. Turkey has helped train security forces for civilian policing. How deep and wide does this history go? And what makes Turkey such a popular, let's say, option when it comes to police training?
Yeah, I think Turkey, as you mentioned, Turkey has a great experience in this, missions, especially in Afghanistan. Turkey did a great job in terms of, supporting the security sector reform, reorganizing the security sector in Afghanistan. Turkey had also very important experience after the Balkans war in Bosnia and Kosovo under the mission of the NATO. And now Turkey is militarily active in the region, operationally active, and Turkey is also trying to achieve its power projection policy. This is one of the important strategic priorities for Turkey, and Qatar is at the center of Turkey's, power projection priorities, power projection strategy. This civilian mission is I think, is going to deepen Turkey's this experience, and Turkey will be popular in terms of providing this kind of security mechanism for other countries. It is also a great opportunity for Turkey in terms of, explaining and showing its experience, its
Yes.
and state capacity in this context.
Yes, as some questions remain there, I guess we'll be witnessing many firsts when the tournament kicks off. So unfortunately, we'll have to leave it here. Thank you very much for joining us on Straight Talk.